Welcome to the district of Tendring, a 36-mile-long coastline. It is home to a diverse blend of picturesque villages, unspoilt country landscapes, and some of Essex's most beautiful beaches. The arts and culture scene on our coast is dynamic, featuring theatres, performance arts events, live music, unique venues such as Jaywick's historic Martello Tower and Walton-on-the-Naze's Naze Tower serve as community hubs and shared experiences, contributing to the cultural tapestry and overall well-being of the residents and the young people of Tendring. But for some of these young people, we know that in today's society there can be challenges. Through the VVU's listening project, we spoke to Tendring's young people to better understand their challenges and what we can do for them. So what did they tell us? More youth workers, a safe place to socialise with friends, a counsellor in schools to make access easier, and accessible opportunities in sports. For the VVU, this is just the beginning of how we support this community. We research, pore over testimonies, evidence, data, then collaborate with partner organisations and local community groups to help support these developments. Responding to local need, for the VVU it's about supporting local groups and initiatives. The Essex Boys and Girls Club operate in the Tendring district, educating young men and women to help them achieve their physical, mental and spiritual potential.
If you've got a young person who's hanging around with the wrong people, who's getting up to all sorts of mischief, they're going to be easily led. They haven't got a goal, so they're just going to drift through without having a clear view. Having this kind of funding in this kind of area is massive, absolutely massive for these young people's lives. And it's just having someone to talk to, someone that will listen, and that, youth work, that's the key of youth work. It takes money, it takes volunteers, it takes people caring about the community. I just hope they all do well. I hope they find a bit of direction in life and they don't end up wasting time.
U-Turn aims to empower and support young people, fostering improved life choices for a positive future, including staying in education and employment, addressing and understanding county lines, youth violence, dispelling myths and diligently working towards realising their full potential.
Yeah, VVU funding has been absolutely exceptional as far as we're concerned. We've done a lot of community questionnaires on behalf of the VVU with regards, as part of the funding, what the community are concerned about. And without that funding, we would never have been able to do that. We wouldn't be able to go to places like Harwich or Colchester or any other aspect, Frinton, Walton. These are all areas that in some aspect have some deprivation and not a lot of services, delivering in that area. So the VVU money has been absolutely pivotal in being able to get us in there and affect change. Whatever it takes in order to be able to engage with that child, we'll do that in order to be able to try and find a way in. For U-Turn to keep growing, to keep making a difference, to keep getting the funding that we get in order to be able to do the work that we do, to try and change as many children's lives as we can.
Clacton Skate Parks offers people of all ages, beginner or advanced, a sense of well-being in their local community groups, supporting hundreds of young people who might else have nowhere else to go and struggle to identify themselves with the traditional sport teams. This also helps with their social relationships and mental well-being.
This gives them a space where they can come throughout the winter, because we've noticed that the skate park during the summer, it's got loads of people, loads of different diverse groups, which just can't access it. Coaches that we have are kind of local skaters themselves. Through the funding which we've got through the Violence and Vulnerability Unit, we were able to then pay those guys, which in itself shows the younger skaters that there is kind of a progression within their sport. I've had someone come up to me and said skateboarding has saved his life. Any initiative that we do which kind of gets people where they can come and skate, they can do this in an environment where it's consistent throughout the year, it's not something that's the summer, then they are the small little chips away at helping the overall kind of violence and vulnerability kind of mission that they're trying to sort out. So yeah.
The VVU support CARA through our community grant fund, helping increase counselling for young people who have been victims of sexual violence. The fund has enabled for a specialist practitioner to work on a one-to-one basis to up to 15 young people at one time.
In the time I've been at CARA, so since 2015, we'd seen the demand for our services quadruple. So we have a team of 5 young persons practitioners, and the VVU grant supports 3 days a week of one of our young persons practitioners' time.
Just helping them progress in their lives and getting them to a place where they can achieve what they want to achieve. I think that's the most important thing.
If the young person doesn't get the support they need in a timely way as soon as they disclose what's happened, that can go on to lead to sort of lifelong issues. When they leave, we can see quite dramatic differences in the young people as they go out in the world feeling much more confident, being absolutely sure that what happened to them wasn't their fault.
These initiatives have collectively contributed to a resilient support network of the Tendring district, reinforcing the strong bonds of the community. In the past year, the VVU has reached more than 48,000 children and young people across Essex. Since 2019, we've invested more than 7 million in community support and interventions. Key programmes include the Reroute programme, helping those arrested for violence or drug possession, and the Listening Project, which has had direct conversations with more than 1,500 children to help improve their safety and tackle youth violence. Last year, an incredible 1.6 million was directed towards targeted interventions for youth safety based on these conversations. Our dedication to this community is unwavering, and we will continue to persist to hearing the aspirations and ambitions of Tendering's young people, actively engaging in solutions and positive outcomes.